Hey everyone, it is Katie from Create Your Future. I am a law of attraction coach here, a certified life coach and meditation teacher. And today I have a success story for you that is how one of my clients was able to get other specific people to do what she wanted with inner conversation. So this video is just like a story that just shows that inner conversation works with everyone. It works with your specific person. It works with anyone and everyone because you are constantly doing inner conversations with everyone that you think of, right? Because everyone is alive inside of you, and every time you talk to them, every time you think of them, you are relaying on a message that projects out a 3D version of them. So let's dive into this story, and then I'll give you some suggestions on how you can just use and really prove to yourself just how powerful inner conversations are with anyone and everyone. I see a lot of questions from clients being like, does this work with others? Does this work if I don't have a specific person? Yes, this works with everyone. You can have inner conversation. One of my clients actually said this the other day, and I loved this. You can have inner conversations with your cup of coffee. I mean, you are technically having inner conversations with everything. So inner conversations works for manifesting anything and everything, money, job, body. And I'll give you this success story, which is a little different than our normal. Okay. So she writes, this success story was made possible from my coaching sessions with Katie. Many of my sessions with her focused on my SP. But when I told her the issue I was having with my neighbor, she gave me the tools to help manifest them away, and it worked perfectly. My neighbor was super annoying, so we do this all with love and light. It's all good. My neighbor was super annoying, so Katie instructed me to go within and have an inner conversation with my neighbor and congratulate her on buying a new house and moving away. I did it only a few times and felt satisfied. A few days after my coaching session, a moving truck pulled up by my neighbor's house, but I really couldn't tell if they were moving out or not. And after that day, I still saw them, but not as frequently, and they were always so quiet as opposed to being so noisy like they used to be. So I just want to add in a little caveat that whenever someone comes to me and they're like, can I manifest, a person to go away, or can I manifest someone that's annoying me? What we always focus on is let's create the best version of them because they're just you pushed out. So if they're annoying you in some way, let's create the most loving versions of them that find a house that's perfect for them, a yard that's perfect for them and their situation. Let's create, the best life for them that also works out for you. Because they're just you pushed out. So you never wish ill will on anyone. Neville talks about we always use the golden rule in manifesting, treat others how you want to be treated. And so we just create the best lifestyle for them that also works out for you, right? All right, so long story short, we're going back to her story. I stopped worrying about the neighbor because things got really quiet at their house, almost like they were no longer there. In the meantime, I ended up buying a new house myself, and it's in the process of being built. So I would say to myself, I don't even care about my neighbors moving away because I'm moving away. Then today, another moving truck pulled up and movers started taking a bunch of furniture out of my neighbor's house. I was watching through my security camera and overheard another neighbor telling them, congrats on buying a new house. Yep, and they are officially gone. She puts a little party emoji. Thank you to Katie for teaching me the power of inner conversations. Even though I had a little bit of resistance, they purchased the home in my neighborhood less than a year ago, so I didn't think that they could really leave so soon. I just stuck with the inner convo and then slowly released resistance and stopped caring whether they moved or not. And that's when it happened. And she attached a picture for proof. I love it. I can't wait to share the rest of my manifestation success with the CYF team. Thank you so much, Katie. You're the best. Okay, so this is just like a great example of this works with anyone and everyone. Neville uses the examples all the time in his talks on inner conversations about how one of his clients was constantly arguing with her boss. Right? And I see this in a lot of my clients, like they're so focused on manifesting their specific person, they forget to use this with everyone else. So they'll have issues at work or they'll have issues within the family. And it's really like nothing is off limits here. Have conversations with everyone and everything. You're doing it anyway. And this is actually a great way to build up your confidence in inner conversations and manifesting. Right? So you can start with just having really loving conversations with your boss, right? The Neville story, she stopped arguing with her boss and started hearing her boss praise her, right? And then it finally happened. The boss started praising her, and then she had to realize she was the only cause. The only reason the boss was ever unkind to her or unappreciative is because that was the inner conversation she kept replaying. And this is the same story for all of us with our specific people in any part of our life, because everyone's a specific person. So if you are having hardships with any of your relationships, it's up to you, right, to have the inner conversations that you want to create within and without. And it doesn't matter how, the circumstances don't matter. It doesn't matter if they bought the house a year ago. It doesn't matter if this person has been like this their whole life because they're your brother or sister or mom or dad. It does not matter. Circumstances don't matter. And I actually find clients that work specifically like with family and really long-term relationships like coworkers, it does usually come a little bit easier when they start doing their inner conversations with these people, because there's a little less resistance than a specific person that's romantically linked, right? So it really helps build not only the confidence, but when we clean up our relationships, especially around family, I find this is so helpful because at least I've noticed in my own life, and I've seen with clients that, you know, those developmental relationships with our mom, our dad, definitely tell us a lot about, or they create assumptions about what we think relationships are going to be like. So it's so important to really recreate these relationships with our family and friends if, you know, you have the desire to, right? You don't have to, of course, but you'll find that can really ease some old assumptions, right? I know in my own personal life, by working with really intense relationships and family and friends, doing inner conversations, I started creating a world that was so much more supportive, so much more loving. And then my assumptions about relationships just started changing. Relationships are becoming easier. I am supported, I'm seen, I'm heard, I'm loved, I'm appreciated. Where for years I created the opposite. Right? So circumstances don't matter. You can do this with everyone and everything. So let's talk about what else we can do in our conversations with. We can do in our conversations with money. Okay, so when I do this with clients, again, you're already having an inner conversation, okay? And a lot of clients have inner conversations with money, like it's a big fear of loss, right? Of, you know, they talk to money like you're always not, there's never enough. You're not there for me. You don't provide for me. I never have enough of you. I don't know how to spend you wisely. I don't know how to use you wisely. I have to work really hard to get you. And so we want to eradicate all those old conversations with money and change it to money talking to you, saying, I'm always here to provide for you. You're so good at working with me. I love providing for you. I love being available to you in so many different streams. I love, you know, allowing you to purchase all the things that you want to purchase. I love being there for you. I will always be there for you in abundance. Okay, you can hear that from money. And then you respond, you know, thank you for always being available. I love that every time I spend you, I get even more in return. I love that there's always more and more of you available to me. I love that you're an unlimited resource for me. So try having some inner conversations with money. I find it can be a really sweet conversation and vastly different to maybe what you've been perpetuating with it. Inner conversations with your job. People have been asking about that one. How do you do that one? Okay. Well, you go to your dream job. If you don't know what it is, that's not a big deal. You don't have to. But you would just imagine the type of coworkers you'd be working with or the clientele you'd be working with, right? And you would hear them tell you, you know, you're so good at what you do. We love having you here. We love, you know, seeing you every single day. We love the services you provide. We love the value you bring us. And then you would respond, right? So I love coming to work every day. I feel so inspired. I feel so good. I feel so appreciated. I love the value I give to everyone. I love that my clients love me. I love who I get to work with. I love my coworkers. I'm really satisfied. I'm really happy. I'm really fulfilled in this job. This job is so easy. I'm so appreciative. I'm so valued. I'm so well compensated. I get to use all my innate talents. It's so easy. You can have inner conversations with your body. Right? I love hearing my body say, I love being so healthy. I love being so vital. I love having so much energy. I love being so beautiful. I love being so strong. I love being so, you know, energized. And then you would speak back, you know, I love that you are so brilliant, that you are so radiant, that you're so strong, that you're so beautiful. There's always so much energy. I love how you know how to break down all these different foods. I love that I can eat anything I want to eat. I love that I always have energy to exercise or do what I want to do. I love that I'm so flexible, whatever it is, right? So you want to just start having inner conversations with anyone and everything, right? And then this is, of course, where you can bring your inner SP into all this, your specific person, your romantic person, right? Where you can hear them say like, yeah, you do have the best job in the whole world. Your coworkers do love you. Your body is amazing. Your body's so strong and healthy and energized. You know, you work so well with money. Money loves you. Money's always flowing into your experience. I mean, I love doing general ones too, of hearing my specific person say, you're such an amazing manifester. You're so good at turning negative thoughts into positive thoughts. You're so amazing at letting everything just come to you. You're so confident. You're so peaceful. You're so just radiant and easy. The whole world loves you. The whole world is just here to serve you. And I love co-creating with you. So these are all just different inner conversations you can have throughout the day that I highly recommend. And so as I mentioned, like this works with every single thing. So whether it's a specific person, whether it's, you know, a coworker, whether it's your body, anything that is not currently in the state you wish it to be in, have an inner conversation with it. And if you want more practice with this, be sure to check the link below and let's do a session together, right? Come to these revision workshops that we're holding every month. We've got one coming up, and they are mostly always focused on your specific person, but it still allows you to master inner conversations. It allows you to master revision, which is a huge part of all this. It allows you to really just see past circumstances and go right to the end and live in the end. From the end, not of it, right? Inner conversations put you right in the end. Inner conversations put you in the now. Inner conversations keep you in the assumption that it is done, right? So I find it really covers all these elements we want in manifesting, that we're living in the end, that we're living in the now, right? We're deciding the version of our person. We're deciding the version of us. We're living in that state, right? And it's just 4D based, which is what we want to do. We want to live in our 4D, in our inner world, in our thoughts and in our assumptions, because that is what's creating out there. So start to practice conversations with everything and everyone. Your morning coffee, your body when you first wake up. You can talk to the weather, talk to your family and friends, talk to your coworkers. Watch how fast it will get pushed out, especially with family, friends, coworkers, right? Just imagine receiving compliments from strangers, or, you know, just hearing certain things, and watch how it'll show up on TV, or it'll show up in strangers. Like, you'll just see how the universe is, your subconscious is doing whatever it can to show you that your inner world is constantly being projected out. And then if you find negative inner conversations coming up around circumstances, just lovingly change them. There's one more thing I want to bring up with this, and I've said this in past videos. Have inner conversations with your past self. Have conversations with your future self, right? We talked about mending things with family and friends. If you find you are constantly triggered over and over something about loss or abandonment or fear of missing out, things like that, normally there's a little child within you, the younger version of yourself, who needs to have an inner conversation with you, right? And in those inner conversations, I love to just tell her, it's okay. We're master manifestors now. We live in a world of love. Everything works out for us now. Everything's okay. And hear her respond back, I feel so safe in this world. I feel so loved. I feel so appreciated. I feel so comforted. Comfort can be a really big one, especially when we're little. I'm so happy to know my relationships are safe now. I'm so happy to know relationships are easy and they last forever. Right? Have inner conversations with anyone, everything, even different parts of yourself. I intend this was exactly what you needed to hear. Have fun with those other subjects too, with inner conversations. And in the future, I'm going to be releasing actually a few different courses on money and things like that to help everyone out, because you can have it with everything, including your morning coffee. I love that so much. All right. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.